The Seven Isles neighborhood comprises 315 households, with approximately 1,145 residents, and is situated north of Los Olas Boulevard. The Intracoastal Waterway borders the east and north boundaries, while the neighborhoods of Sunrise Key and Sunrise Intracoastal are to the north, the neighborhood of Central Beach is east of it, the neighborhoods of Idlewild and Riviera Isles are to the south, Los Olas Isles is located southwest of it, and the neighborhood to the west of the Intracoastal Waterway is Nurmi Isles. There are 9 streets within the Seven Isles: Aquavista Boulevard, Barcelona Drive, Castillo Isle, Del Mar Place, DeSoto Drive, DeSoto Terrace, Pelican Isle, Sea Island Drive and Seven Isles Drive. Morang arrived in Fort Lauderdale from Boston in the early 1920s and participated with other developers in the land boom era of 1923 to 1926. The names of the Seven Isles are Aquavista, which means water view in Latin, Barcelona, after the city in Spain, Castillo, a feminine noun of the Spanish word castle or castillo, Del Mar, which means of the sea, in Spanish, DeSoto, which is a feminine form of the Spanish conquistador, Hernando de Soto's last name, Pelican Isle, and Sea Island. Though Morang built no homes and never completed the project, he began the building of a hotel. The hotel had foundation work and walls, but construction was halted due to a material shortage which affected all of southeast Florida after a steel yacht called the Prinz Valdemar, reputedly owned by German Kaiser Wilhelm I, mysteriously sank across the mouth of the harbor of Miami, present-day Port of Miami. This disaster shut off the major entry source of building materials for this project. As part of the promotion for the sale of the then-named Lauderdale Isles Lauderdale Shores, Morang erected massive twin columns based on 2 pedestals as a gateway to his development. They were aligned on either side of a long canal, giving maximum visual effect to someone standing on East Los Olas Boulevard and looking due north. At the north side of the seawall between the columns, a boat dock ramp was constructed and Mr. Morang hired a boat captain to conduct free sightseeing tours to prospective buyers. The Florida land boom era came to an end after the September 1926 hurricane, which did extensive damage to Fort Lauderdale and toppled the twin columns on East Los Olas Boulevard. Only the most easterly pedestal remains where it has sat on its original site since being built in 1925. During the East Los Olas Road renovation of 1995, the pedestal was slated for demolition. A resident of Seven Isles, Diane Hess, petitioned the city to save the structure, initiated a campaign to obtain its historic designation status and raised funds, including a matching grant from the state of Florida, to preserve and conserve the pedestal. Between 1928 and 1937, the lots were replatted and consolidated into acreage. Between 1937 and 1952, the land was again replatted and the acreage converted back into individual lots. With a majority of residents making a significant contribution, the guardhouse was designed by a resident of Seven Islands and then built. The Seven Isles Security Fund, Inc., was incorporated and became separate from the Seven Isles Homeowners Association.